Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to come and talk about the girls on the Real Housewives of. I'm gonna leave it alone. I was gonna say Potomac, but the Real Housewives of Potomac. Can I say something? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. All right. So the episode starts off with Mia and Karen, and Mia is basically trying to get Karen to fess up to running her into a tree, wrapping her car around Mr. Owl's home. Okay, it's okay to say you effed up because this is not your first time. When Mia told Karen that, I kind of giggled a little bit. Listen, Karen is not. Karen is doing exactly what I said Karen was going to do. Karen is not going to admit to anything. I think that we both came to not both. I'm making like I'm on the phone with somebody. Um, sometimes I really think I'm on the phone talking to y'all. I think that some of us came to the conclusion that it was going to probably be Mia and Ashley that were going to try and swing Karen every which way but loose. Jazelle has been getting her digs in, but it's more so the confessional. Um, anyways, Karen is really not admitting to anything. As far as Karen is playing the girl. I don't have an issue. I don't know. It's a legal issue. I don't have a problem. It's not that big of a deal. That's what she's playing. It is what it is. Karen is doing exactly what I thought Karen would do. Do I expect Karen? I don't know. I was about to say, do I expect Karen to get on TV and just admit to doing what she did? But then, but like you did what you did though. I think Karen is basically on some no face, no case. Hey, Karen say, girl, ain't no y'all ain't see me hit nothing. I do feel like that's the difference. Not to bring in OC, but I do feel like that's the difference between Karen and Shannon. Shannon, she couldn't deny it. Girl, we see you on camera knocking your car into somebody's home. We saw it. So you can't run from it. I think Karen, not to defend Karen, but I think Karen is in some y'all ain't got me on camera. No face, no case. Y'all ain't see me do nothing. We know Karen is full of mess, but I think that's a part of why Karen is moving the way that she moves. Because I think we may have a different story if we had it on video of Karen, girl, it's killing the scene in a gangster link, girl, swerving with them Stella Rose bottles in her car. It might be a different story. But all we have is Karen, the police report, not all, but we have the police report, we have the transcript. I think that's some of the transcript that's available online. So I think that's why Karen is moving the way that she moves, and I think also Karen is delusional. We already know how we know. Um, baby, we just gonna talk because there really wasn't a lot going on this episode. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, so there's really no need to kind of go scene by scene. Baby, Jackie, you're not gonna ever pronounce that girl's name, so I call her Jackie, Mia's representative. Hey, I don't want Jackie on the show. I'm sorry, Jackie can go. Jackie's too weak for me. Jackie started that mess. I don't care what nobody say because I was watching some of the episodes, some parts of the episode. This is what Jackie sat in that car and told Jazelle and Wendy. She said, Jackie says, okay, I'm sorry. Jackie says Karen doesn't like the fact that I was going around telling people that she called me drinking. That's what Jackie said to Wendy and Jazelle. Karen doesn't like the fact that I was going around telling people that she called me drinking. Now, if we go back to the hats day, whatever it was that Jazelle threw Karen, Mia kind of threw it out there that that Karen had like called Mia drunk. I'm not trying to defend the Grand Dame, but what I'm saying is Karen had every right to curse Jackie out. Because Jackie, now you're trying to play the let's pal on to the mess game. So even when Jazelle was like, Karen, I don't think that she had any malicious intent. You shut up. That's why I was happy. You know, I do not like when the girls are about to get into their bag and start cursing somebody out, and then somebody want to step in talking about, no, she didn't even mean it that way. You shut up or you get cursed out too. So Karen was about to start dragging Jackie, and Jazelle stepped in and was like, well, Karen, I don't think she had any malicious intent in what she said. I don't think she was trying to be mean. Yes, she was. Because let's just call a thing a thing. At this point, the girls know that Karen got pulled over by the cops and they say that she has a DUI. So now everybody wants to give their stories as it pertains to Karen and her drinking. You see what I'm saying? So now, because we know from what they say, Karen ran into that tree with them two bottles of Stella Rose in her car, right? And so now here comes Jackie letting the girls know, girl, you know she called me drunk. And then Jackie says again to Jazelle and Wendy, Karen doesn't like the fact that I was going around telling people she called me drinking. What type of intent is it? Girl, you're trying to add on to the story that Karen is a drunk. And that's all fine and dandy, but girl, stand in it. Okay? That's why I don't like that. That's when I tell y'all, this is what I mean when I tell y'all I like my bitches to be bitches. Okay? That's why I go for Kenya. That's why I go for Dr. Heavenly, because they stand in it. Okay? It ain't no back and back. I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I ain't changing. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Jackie wants to be in the mess and say certain things. And then when it's time for her to get called to the carpet, when it's time for her to have a tongue tussle, then she wants to start crying like a white woman. No. Now, ain't nothing wrong with crying, but I would appreciate Jack if she was crying and cursing between those tears, because that's what Candace Dilla Bassett would have did. Candace probably would have been crying, but she would have been cursing you out at the same time. Hello? I'm just saying, y'all. So now Karen, so basically what happened was Stacy kind of got the party started. Because Stacy said, well, because they were talking about Mia is inviting some of her friends, I guess, that live in the area. And it was more so said that those are Mia's friends, right? I'm just cordial with some of them, but those are homegirls. I'm fool with them, right? And so Stacy said, girl, you sure have I forgot her exact wording, but she was like, you sure, you have a lot, you fall out with a lot of people. And then Mia was like, I don't fall out, not Mia. Jackie was like, I don't fall out with a lot of people. And that's when Karen jumped in and said what she said to Jackie. When I tell y'all the way that Karen was talking to that lady, girl. But when I tell you Karen was cursing Jackie out. It was to the point even Jazelle had a look of disgust on her face. That's how bad Karen was cursing out that lady. Karen told her to her face, I don't give a damn about your tears. I don't care about her sitting there crying. I don't give a fuck. That's exactly what she said. What'd she say? No, she said, you can cry till the cows come home. I don't give a... She said it. And then she said it again. I don't give a F. But she cursed. She said, you are an effing liar. So basically, what it comes down to, I guess Mia is trying to say, not Mia, girl. See, that's the thing, Jackie. We keep calling you Mia. Jackie, I guess I was so confused, and I watched the scene like 3 times, and I still was confused. I don't know. So some of y'all gonna have to help us out. I don't know if Jackie. I guess Jackie was trying to say that Karen called her one night drunk. Karen, I guess, was saying that she's lying, that Jackie called her for some advice. They never said what the advice was. A part of me feels like, and I was talking to one of my friends earlier, a part of me feels like there's some truth in what both of them are saying. I feel like Jackie probably called Karen, and then Karen turned around and called her back. And when she called Jackie back, Karen was over there having a couple of cocktails. And then Jackie reported it to Mia as if Karen called her drunk. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Jackie called Karen. Karen returned her phone call, but when Karen returned her phone call, Karen was probably over there on her 3rd glass of wine, a 4th glass of Stella Rose. And then Jackie went back and told Mia, "Girl, she called me drunk." I don't know. I was a little confused. One thing I will say though, that Karen does, Karen deflects. She did it with Jazelle at the end when Jazelle was trying to hold her accountable for that stunt she pulled on the day of her charity event. I'm not going to be responsible for your actions. I said, no, she didn't. Karen will deflect. Girl, I know some of y'all don't like Karen, but one thing I have to give the Grand Dame her flowers. The Grand Dame her flowers. Girl, Miss Thing will get you up off of her. Miss Karen will get you up off of her real fast. That's something the girl's not fast enough for Karen. The girls are not fast enough for Karen. Ashley could go. We've seen Ashley go toe to toe with Karen in the early seasons of Potomac. I don't think Ashley's willing to really go there like she could go there with Karen, right? Mia is not quick enough. Like those girls are not. I feel like it's no shade. Girl, it's no shade. I'm just saying. I feel like the only two that could probably go toe to toe with Karen is Candace and Wendy. I really do. The other girls are not fast enough. So Karen, Jackie, you going around here beating on your chest, letting everybody know you going around being messy, right? Because like you said, Karen doesn't like the fact that I was going around telling people that she called me drinking. Now it's time to go toe to toe with Karen, and you got your ass across the table crying. Get her out of my face. You want to be the big bad girl? Then be the big bad girl and go and tongue tussle with Karen. But see, you can't handle Karen. Karen across the table, girl, drinking her water, cussing your ass out, and saying it with her chest. Okay? And now you on the other side crying. You weren't doing all that crying when you was in the car telling Jazelle and Wendy how you was going around telling people that Karen called you drinking. Stand in it. Show us what you got. You know what I'm saying? Her and Jossie have a look back and forth. Jackie, I just don't see it for Jackie. I mean, I don't dislike Jackie, but she's not giving me anything. Like even when she stood up and was like, so basically, Wendy was being messy. I caught all that. Okay, so in the car ride, Jackie asked Wendy. Um, Jackie asked Wendy, did she have any? Oh, you don't have any beef with anybody. And Wendy was like, basically, I'm good. And she was like, what? She was like, but what's going on between you and Jossie? It seems like a little tension, like a low key competition between you two. Girl, I said, look at her. Dropping seeds, dropping seeds. And as soon as they got to the house, girl, you see, I see you. We've been watching reality TV for a long time. We know what the girls be doing. Girl, I will give Jazelle and Wendy this. Jazelle picked up the ball and got the party started. So when they got to the house, they were all sitting around eating. And Jazelle was like, basically about Jossie and Jackie. So everything is okay between you two, right? Hey! And then Jossie and Jackie end up having a little 1-2 going back and forth. And um, Jackie stood up and was like, it's giving the body, it's giving the intellect, it's giving the hair, girl. Like you could tell she wanted, because she wanted a moment. She wanted her one-liner. She wanted her, you know, she wanted a viral moment on Housewives. And I just think it flopped for me. And then you could hear it sounded like she was nervous. Go back and listen. It sounded like she was nervous. So I felt like she was probably practicing what she said. And it didn't land. And then Jossie told her from the neck up, you're okay. Hey! Oh, God. Anyways, okay. I like Kay. Gorgeous woman. I think she is drop dead gorgeous. That K face is sickening. Do you hear me? Kay says that she owns her home on her she owns her own business. Her man owns his own business. I think a mental health something something, but he owns his own business. And she was basically saying that her business is good. Um, it's on autopilot. It pretty much runs itself. She also helps her man with his business, and she has given herself the official title of executive marketing director. I think that if you are in a relationship and you have a partner and they have a business or they have something on, I think you should definitely help your partner. I do. What's the point of me being with you if you're not, girl? You should help me up a little. Like if I need some help, could you please help me with this? You should make them feel like they should help you, but it's kind of like, hey, do you think you could run an errand for me or two tomorrow because I'm so busy with this? Could you? And are you free? Right? But for some reason, the only thing when Kay was talking, why I started singing Mary J. Blige, "Not Gonna Cry." I was his lover and a secretary, working every day of the week. Was at the job when no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice, and you can leave me at the drop of a dime. Girl, I just thought about Bernadine and John. What his name, John? And how she was the one who, girl, she was the one in the background doing all the work, making his business succeed. And then, girl, we looked up and she left him. He left that bitch for a white woman. Girl, he left her for a white bitch, y'all. That's all I can think about. I hope Kay over there. I hope Kay ain't doing more than what she needs. The girl, I help you, but you're not gonna have me over here. And then on top of that, I'm calling myself the executive marketing director. And you calling me an employee? Don't call me an employee if I'm not on your payroll. I wonder if he paying her. You think he paying her? Probably not. Would you pay your girlfriend or boyfriend? Baby, she working for him too. Girl, she said she go around, I think, the different businesses trying to like, I was like, oh girl, she working. It ain't like no, oh girl, I'm just running a couple of errands for you, girl. I'm actually like working for you. Girl. I feel like, girl, can we talk? I love Kay. Kay, if you see this, girl, I love you. You seem like a cool girl. I hope you ain't over there doing a shit ass backwards. Cause it sound like you doing shit. It sound like you get yourself into a pickle. You building a house with a nigga. Girl, you working for this nigga for free probably. Girl, you his lover and his secretary, working every day of the week. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to start no shit. I'm just saying, girl, it sound like you working backwards. Good luck to Kay though and her man. He seemed like a nice man. I will give him that much. And and he got 3 kids. And, we love the kids. My sister got 3 kids. So I'm just saying, three kids is a lot. Girl, and he got 3 kids and an ex-wife. Girl. Anyways, so Mia says that Stacy is not interesting. Some of the other girls have said that Stacy is boring. I don't think Stacy is boring. I actually think Stacy is a good housewife. I do. I do. Is she like my? Am I just going up for Stacy? I'm not going up for Stacy, but that doesn't take away. I don't have to go up for you to be like, oh, you know what? I think she's a good housewife. I see potential in Stacy. I think Stacy could stick around for a few seasons. I really, really do. When you really look at when you look at Stacy, Stacy is getting in where she needs to get in. She's not doing a whole bunch of carrying on, right? I feel like whatever tension that has happened between her and Ashley is organic. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Okay. I feel like it's an organic beef. I feel like her kind of like, stirring the pot a little bit. Like even when she said about Jackie, girl, you kind of fall out with everybody, right? Her making the little comments about Jossie. Look at you looking like a superhero, dressed in all black. I don't think Stacey is boring. I think they want Stacey to be some gutter snipe. Can we say something? Can I say something? Mia says that, her voice is her valley girl next door. Mia, what do you think that you tried to present your first season on the show? Mia, you came, girl, it's no, girl, oh, I was about to say the wrong thing. I really don't have no issues with Mia. I really don't. I actually like Mia, believe it or not. I almost started following me on Instagram. Y'all be thinking I don't like the girls. I really don't be having nothing against the girls. I'll tell you the girls I don't like. Okay. Okay. Mia is cool, but Mia, you do be on some shit sometimes. Like for you to sit here and try, and at least with Stacy's voice, it makes sense because she's a QVC girl. You know what I'm saying? Did she work for the news station or something? I can't remember. What? Girl, I almost said something real mean. Mia, you have a Valley Girl voice, or at least you try to. Let me shut up. I really want to say something, but I'm not gonna say because it's gonna sound mean. And I'm really trying to keep this season of Potomac kind of light. I don't really want to do nothing heavy. Heavy, 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 heavy. Anyways, the house is nice. The house is really nice. Girl, that boy, the one who was talking when they first got in the house, what's his name? Keon? Baby, Keon was cute as hell. I said, oh, hey. What's his name? Keon? Karen? He had the locks, and they were up in like in a ball. I'll say this much: the house was very, very nice. I'm not gonna complain. I could. Girl, I am gonna complain. Girl, they had those girls on a floaty. Girl, I said, girl, somebody got a knife and just stabbed the side of that boat. They'll all be in that water. It's so easy. This is the reason why it's so easy to call them the Real Housewives of Potomac, because I appreciated them having a nice house. I appreciated them taking it up a notch and having a staff when they got there, and they had someone showing them the home, and they had glasses of champagne when they arrived. Okay, we start off to on a good note. They did have bunk beds. I'm gonna let it go. It is what it is. But when they had those girls out there dressed up on a floaty, that was a floaty to me. I don't know. I said, girl, these helpers went from a paddling boat in Miami eating bologna sandwiches, Oreo cookies, and Capri Suns. Remember that season when they had them girls eating, packages, packaged turkey sandwiches. Y'all don't remember that? So they went from them on a paddle boat down to Miami to Lake Norman, girl, on a floaty with a hard case. That wasn't but a floaty with a hard case wrapped around it. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. It's all it takes is one. All it takes is the tip of a stiletto to go inside the side of this boat, and girl, y'all all gonna be floating in that river, that lake. Anyways, I put Karen? Did Karen? Girl, is it me? Or am I being messy? Was Karen being a little salty? about Wendy being celebrated. Like every time I looked up, Karen was either making a face or she had something slick to say about this being Wendy's birthday. And I guess the way that they were kind of trying to celebrate Wendy in a way. Girl. Hmm. Um, just y'all already said Jazelle tells Karen basically. I mean, Karen tells Jazelle basically to shut up. I was with Karen. You know, like I said, I don't like when the girls are about to tongue tussle. And Jazelle did it twice this episode. She stepped in the middle when it was Karen about to drag Jackie, and then Stacy and Ashley got in the little 1-2, and Jazelle got girl. Shut up, girl. Shut up. Let the girls do what they gonna do, girl. Let them go to work, girl. You always trying to say something. Anyways, girl, this is girl. Girl, I will let me say about Miss Jazelle. I'm gonna give Miss Jazelle her flowers. I'm really not, but I am, but I'm not because I know what she's doing. Jazelle, so far, I think Jazelle. I think they pulled Jazelle in the principal's office. I do, and I think that they told Jazelle, "You want to run this show? You need to start acting like the HBIC. It's okay to have conflict, but girl, the way you take stuff to heart, girl, the way you want to start stuff and get mad because you got cursed out. Okay, y'all see Jazelle really kind of like not really going there with the people this season, even with Karen. But we also know it's because, girl, you want to talk about sidekicks. Who wants to be a sidekick? Robin. Okay, you ain't had no problem with Robin with your sidekick. Jazelle doesn't have a friend really there. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it a step further. Jazelle really could have been on the outs if we're gonna be honest about it. Jazelle knows. Jazelle ain't that goddamn powerful. If Nene Leakes can be on the outs and Nene Leakes had to go around on an apology tour, remember that one season on Real Housewives of Atlanta when none of the girls were fooling with Nene and Nene was on the outs and Nene had to hook up with Candy so they could try to set up a scheme for Nene to go. Jazelle was really on the outs. Y'all don't want to believe me because it's Jazelle, and y'all know Jazelle is not my favorite person, even though Jazelle does have a likability factor this season. I'll give her that much. I find myself liking Jazelle this season. So maybe it is a good thing that Candace is no longer there because Jazelle has positioned herself to not be such a mean girl. Right? But Jazelle is on the outs. I tried to tell y'all when all the girls, all the housewives went to Karen's event first, even though now Jazelle did tell them just go to her stuff. But the fact of the matter is, girl, 5 of the 7 housewives went to Karen's stuff first and then said, we'll try to make yours afterwards, when it should have been the other way around. It should have been, well, Karen, because we just found out about yours and because we've already accepted her invitation to her father, this is basically for her father. They should have said, we'll go to Giselle's first and then Karen, we'll try to make yours afterwards, not the other way around. But again, that just goes to show the girls don't like to listen to me. That just goes to show they really don't fool with Jazelle like that. And I think Jazelle knows that. So Jazelle can't be too mean to the girls this season. Because girl, they'll flip and they'll be on Karen's side, and girl, you'll be on the outs. Because your home girl, she ain't there no more. And Ashley, she gonna go with the win. And Wendy don't care for you, and you don't care for Wendy. And Mia, girl, she'll go with the win too. If you mess around and mess with her, she'll probably team up with Karen. Okay. And then Stacy, she'll go with Karen too. And then Kay, she gonna go with Karen too. Okay. I'm just saying, girl, the numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I'm just saying. But yeah, Jazelle is doing a good job so far at, being likable. I did roll my eyes at a lot of y'all when the first episode, I didn't review the first episode. I saw a lot of people saying online, oh, Jazelle, this is like giving me season 1 Jazelle. And I was like, girl, blocked. Girl. And then when I watched the first episode, I was like, oh, I get it. Jazelle is giving me like the Jazelle that you liked season 1, season 2. that is the Jazelle that I'm getting this season thus far. You know, it's not giving what she's been giving the last couple of seasons. Okay, so she really did do a 180. But we also have to take into account because because her sister ain't there either. Stacy was talking about how her clothes don't go in drawers. They go in. Oh, baby, I have to hang my clothes. My clothes have to be hung. Okay, but I don't know what type of clothes y'all got. My clothes don't go into dresser drawers. No, ma'am. I know that's right. Um, Kay talked about pressing charges. I think also DC picked up the charges, and then she pressed her own separate charges. Again, you know, the fight that happened last year. Mia talks about her family spending Christmas all together. Gordon, Ink. Can I say something? I think the girls are too mad at Mia. I think that I don't know if the girls feel sorry for Gordon because he's old, but I'm going to stand on it. Gordon ain't no victim in this. Gordon left his wife. Gordon left his wife for Mia. Ain't that how the story went? And what Funky always say? Either you're going to pay on the back end or you're going to pay on the front end, but you're going to pay. Gordon is paying on the back end. The same thing you did to your wife, let's say it, the same thing you did to your wife is now doing to you. Gordon don't get no passes over here. Mia is a mess, don't get it twisted, but Gordon is a mess too. I feel like Mia is getting most of the smoke. And I don't think that's fair. Because Gordon will be in pictures and all that stuff, but then we also have a conversation about him not probably being Jeremiah's. Is it Jeremiah? What is the youngest son? Because Mia has two sons. Being his father. Anyways, Mia basically tells them how she had to get them out of a pickle like 3 times. I'm sorry, I'm with Mia. If can we just talk? Can we have some real world talk? What Mia is saying, I'm team Mia. I'm team Mia for leaving Gordon. I don't give a damn. The roles where Mia was going to be the trophy wife and Gordon was supposed to be the old ass man who took care of his trophy. And when the funds ran low, Mia got her bras and her panties and she got ghosts. I ain't mad at it. Mia having to, yes, Mia is his wife. Mia having to get them out of a pickle 3 times. I don't think that's proper. In Mia's head, that's not what Mia signed up for. You are supposed to be the one who taking care of me, and nigga, I'm taking care of you. What's the purpose of me being with an old ass nigga? I'm just telling you what I think is going through what went through Mia's head. The whole purpose of me getting with your old ass was so you could take care of me and find a lifestyle that I could do on my own. Even though Mia swore up and down she had some type of inheritance come from her goddamn. Anyways, girl, you know they have to be lying. So I can see why Mia was like, and I had to get us out of a pickle 3 times. Because that wasn't supposed to be our setup. The setup was I was going to be the one who was taken care of and be the trophy wife, and he was going to take care of me, not me take care of him. I hope you don't go over there take care of that other nigga. Hello, let me shut up. Ashley, so Stacy, Kay, and Jossie are in the back of the boat, the floaty. Hello, talking, and Ashley hears Stacy talking shit about her basically. And Ashley gets upset and she's basically like, you know, you get mad like I basically told people that you were sleeping with him. I'm paraphrasing. I'm with Stacy on this one. And then Jazelle has the nerve to basically explain to Stacy that Ashley probably felt some type of way because you basically insinuated that she was a messy ass bitch. Right, basically. And Ashley was like, yeah, like, why, how would you know, or why would you think I was messy? Okay. Great. Even, okay. For us, girl, we know everybody has watched the show. We know the girls have watched the show. Ashley, I remember Ashley's tagline. Ashley's tagline one season on the show was, what's messier? How did she say it? What's messier than raising two boys? Me. And then she struck her pose. You know how they do the taglines? She said so. It was something like, I'll tell you what's messier than raising two boys. Me. Yeah. Now you want to sit in this. Girl, Ashley, your very first season on Potomac, you set, I think they were in a park with Katie. It was telling Katie how Robert only had $25.11 in her checking account. How you Google? Yes, yeah, babe. Ashley, bitch. Oh, I used to go up for Ashley. When I tell you Ashley was, girl, when I tell you I used to go up for Ashley Darby, I swear to God. When Ashley sat in that park with Katie, was like, yeah, babe, they said that Robin only has $25.11. Oh, girl. I was at $11.25. It was something. Ashley, you're messy. But even if you take away everything that I just said, Stacy has experienced you being messy on her own. Can we just call a thing a thing? And I said this and I'm going to say it again. For Ashley to pretend as if her saying at the table that Stacy had a friend and that was not being messy is absolutely bullshit. They played the scene back. Ashley tried to insinuate that Stacy felt whatever she felt or didn't feel because she has a friend. Now, maybe I'm just messy. Maybe I'm messy like Ashley. I think most people, when you are at a table having a conversation about somebody getting a divorce and how did they feel and are you sad or are you not sad? And then somebody says, well, girl, you know she already got a friend, so that's probably why. What type of friend, like, are we going to play this game? What type of friend would most people at the table think that this girl was talking about? We would probably think that she fucking another nigga. You see what I'm saying? So for Ashley now to try and act as, it's like this mind game. For Ashley to now try and act as if her saying what she said was not an insinuation of Stacy being with another man is absolute bullshit. Stacy has every right to feel some type of way about Ashley because you told my business at a table of people who I hadn't even told my business to. Jazelle didn't know my business. Jazelle was walking around here talking about I had 2 kids. Jazelle didn't know my business. Did Wendy know her business? Did Jossie know her business? And didn't Wendy stand up and let them know what Ashley said? Because at this point, Ashley has now dropped the seed that Stacy could be dealing with another man. Nobody's going to think that Stacy is friends with a woman. I hope Stacy stay on Ashley's ass. She better. Don't let Ashley off the hook and don't let Ashley play these mind games. Ashley knows exactly what she was doing. She was being messy, and Stacy caught it. And now she's upset because now you're acting like I said that you got underneath another man. You pretty much did. I'm sure most people at that table, Jazelle, Stacy, I'm thinking about Vanderpump Rules. Jossie, what's the hell for name? Wendy. I'm sure they probably thought, oh, she fucking somebody else. And then we get into the story of her not, having sex for the last year. Anyways, I don't care. Stacy is right. And then they get into the conversation of Stacy being boring. They want her to basically turn it up for the show. That's basically what they want from Stacy. I think Stacy's giving just enough. I think Stacy is having a good season so far. I ain't gonna lie. When Stacy, when Jazelle said, bitch, when when Stacy looked at Jazelle and said, "So you called me boring?" And then Jazelle looked at her and said, Jazelle looked at her and said, "I called you stiff." I was gonna start saying that. I called you stiff. Anyway, Jazelle addresses Karen. Jazelle had to leave for some. I don't know, because she had to leave and do something with her kids. So Jazelle addresses Karen, and then about the whole, Karen, doing having the not she didn't have an event. Um, it was an event honoring her, and she extended an invitation to the ladies like the day of. Jazelle kind of let it go. She wanted to address it with Karen. It didn't go left. I felt like at one part it did go left because you could hear Jizzy. You could hear Giselle's voice starting to go up when Karen was like, "I'm not going to accept responsibility for your behavior," and you could hear Jazelle starting to go off, and then you could tell they edited where they came back and Jazelle was kind of like talking in a normal tone. But Karen was full of shit. Karen did that on purpose. Karen invited those ladies because she wanted to piss Jazelle off. And she wanted to one up Jazelle. And she wanted to show Jazelle that I'm the head bitch in charge. They might have you thinking that you're the HBIC. But again, I'm gonna keep repeating that 5 out of the 7 housewives came to my shit first. And they tried to make yours, even though, girl, your stuff was actually honoring your father, who unfortunately passed away to cancer. And they still came to my stuff. When it should have been the other way around. Well, Karen, we'll try to make yours. We're going to go support Jazelle. We'll be there for probably about an hour and a half, an hour and a half, two, whatever. And then we'll try and make yours, take a couple of pictures, pose with your award, blah, blah, blah. They did it the opposite way. And then it goes off. And then Mia, we'll talk about it next week. Mia basically is telling the girls that Karen butt dialed her one night. And she said that and Mia told the girls that you were with someone else, and you said the girls think I'm with Ray. And it went off. I will not be responsible for your behavior. When I said that Karen gonna deflect, she will. All right, y'all, that's it. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.